All right, we're live.
Game 1 was an absolute thriller. It is time for us to embark on Game 2. The Wilds won 10-7, Dunktown winning MVP. They are now the home team they have selected to play on Daisy Cruiser Day. Let's begin. Monarchs batting first this time. The Wilds did last time. See if there's any consistency with that. Baby Peach gonna get on base with her first hit, which is exactly what you want to see. The second or most inconsistent hitter on this whole team. Not that that's saying much, because it's a pretty goddamn well-hitting team. That was a really good pitch. That did not feel like it was a strike. Knocking out the distance. People forget that the backside of Cruiser is actually pretty large. Making it overall one of the bigger stadiums. It's a very cheesy stadium, though, because of how short the sides are, measuring, I believe, 230-some feet. The next lowest being Mario Stadium at 251. Gonna have the distance to home run. Assuming they decide to go for it, they decide not to buddy jump, even though it wasn't a home run. I mean, one, W judgment, I guess, but you could have gotten it out. Now, 2 base runners for K-Rule, only 1 out. K-Rule can home run anywhere. And he will. That is a home run. His second of the series, a 3-run bomb to get off to an electric start for the Monarchs. Ground Critter watches the first pitch. Hard to homer with the center here. Not impossible by any stretch of the imagination, but difficult. Gonna go for the charge hit, or the slap hit, and gets on first base, so maybe not a bad decision. Very dependent on what Orange Me does. My guess? Ground out. That's always my guess to me. I'm always right. Okay, that's right. Portstradamus. The Wilds really hoping to match that incredible first inning by the Monarchs, although they didn't churn through too much of their lineup. That might actually have a chance. Yeah, that's going to be able to get there due to the item play. Very rare that you see an infield ground ball like that get stopped by an item play. It happens every now and again, usually on super catches. That might land. It's going to be close. Not going to land. Very fortunate because that looked like it had the sauce. A player with a slightly smaller catch rate might not have gotten there. Duncan with a chance to bring 2 home. Can he continue to match K-Rule? They were even in the last game. Duncan with an advantage in pitching. A good hit, but not going to bring anybody home or anything. Base running error, not Donkey Kong's fault there. But nonetheless, you now are much less likely to score a run this inning. We've got to watch from the first, and you almost want to see him charge on this stadium. Not going to charge here. Watches that one again. And gets on base with a nice table shot. Going to bring Donkey Kong to third. And now all of a sudden, things are a little bit different because you have 2 runners in scoring position. A good enough toad slap hit can bring home 1 to 2 players pretty easily. If you can bounce off a table here and keep this thing within arm's reach in the first inning. That's a good hit. I don't think it's going to get 2. It's going to bring 1. Another hit is another point. Another run, excuse me. Keep that in mind. If you are able to somehow get a me hit, me's hit around 35 to 40%. The best me hitting, I believe, I want to say 5'11", and the worst one hitting 240. 380 to 400 is about the average. If you can hit that 30% chance here, you get another run, which makes a huge difference in a game like this. You're gonna get it. And if you can get it again, you get a fireball opportunity, and then you're really cooking with gas. A competitive first inning so far. K-Roll already tired. Not that that means too much. This team has incredible pitching depth. If you are the Wilds, you want to see Daisy come out here. She doesn't come out. Not going to get charged, but also not a swing. You have a runner in scoring position. Gets the charge. Misses. Star pitch. And that's going to be the inning. So now you have a stranded Fire Bro. Maximum of a 1 home run shot. However, the Monarchs are also in the weak part of their lineup. Really dangerous situation they escaped from just now. Daisy not hitting well, had the game-losing triple play last game. This is going to be short, and the fireballs almost never get there from this distance. Not going to this time either. Daisy, very, very bad so far in this series. Speaking of very, very bad, and I don't mean it hitting. I mean, you know, Peach is up to bat. No star that she can use. Forced a slap. Successful slap, though. Able to get one up the middle. That's usually when you see a low trajectory slapper do it. That's usually how it happens. It's right between the second baseman and the shortstop. The ever consistent person that how disappear. I didn't see that pow disappear. Although I did see that fireball hit Peach. Really unfortunate. Bad item play by Baby Peach to take out her future self. She wants all the glory. Not going to get it, as that is going to be the end of the inning. No points in the second inning, just really good defense and a really bad error. The Wilds with a chance to tie it up here. K-Rool coming out. You don't want Daisy against Fire Bro, because even if it's a free base hit, rather that than a home run. Watches the first pitch. Doesn't have a star, so I guess you're okay for now. Not a good hit. Fire Bro been very, very inconsistent. Goes for the slap. Gonna land on the table. Could be a ground rule double. It's gonna be a ground rule double. Wow, okay. I guess you can't complain about that, and now it's really hard to double play. So, instead of a home run, which you'd be happier with, you're in a position where you can avoid a double play. Although Pink Yoshi gets on base anyway, gonna bring home Fire Bro. Pink Yoshi gets a double. One of the upsides of being in a big stadium. Pink Yoshi actually gonna get a triple here, not too far off and inside the Parker. That is a Pink Yoshi triple, folks, due to some help from an outfielding error. It's a tie game. Fire Bro goes home. It's not ground rule double, just as good as a home run in the grand scheme of things. And once again, really impossible to ground out here. So you almost certainly are going to be able to get back to Donkey Kong. You get a charge as well. Always want to see a me charge. Does it here. The fireball's going to bail him out, and they're going to bring another runner home. They have no outs coming into Dixie Kong. Donkey Kong will get a shot at this thing. Hold on. Someone is apparently driving to my place. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, that, oh my gosh, wow, that's another ground rule double? 2 in an inning. I don't fucking believe it. That's, not gonna have the sauce, but it will bring a runner home on a sac fly.
All right, what the hell was that?
No, seriously, that was odd. I'm sorry. So what the fuck was that? I've never seen that before. I've never seen that before, not once. That's incredible. That is a Donkey Kong triple. I had to read that message. That's a Donkey Kong triple on an errored buddy jump, and that's another error. So many errors sitting. They've made it all the way back around almost. No, they have made it all the way back around through mostly sheer force of error. 2 ground rule doubles and 2 fucking triples. What an inning. It's never over on Cruiser, but I mean, this is ridiculous. Red Toad's gonna knock it on base here. The first out of the inning. two shitty-ass me's to get through. What the hell is this inning, man? Gonna get one on base. The one doesn't matter unless you get a double, which you're gonna get. Oh, they don't go for it. Wow. Now you're in dangerous territory. I guess you're in dangerous territory for the Wilds of grounding out. Although, I mean, really, you can't complain about the inning as a whole. You'd be crazy to, at least. That's not good. That was really close. Doesn't have the sauce. By the way, Tribal, you just joined. So Sam won the first game, and he's had a really strong start to the second game as well. This might end up being an unexpected sweep. Not going to have the distance, although the table not going to get in the way. That isn't going to land. However, you do have a chance here. Blue Drybone's one of the most consistent hitters in the whole league. He is charging. You don't want to see that right now. You want him to slap hit to give K-Rool a chance to shrink the deficit a little bit. He does slap, and he's going to get on base. So now K-Rool, one of the most consistent home run hitters in the league, is going to have a real shot at shrinking this lead. Doesn't charge in first pitch. He hits it anyway. Really bad luck here so far for the Monarchs. Round critter, pre-charging. Not going to have the distance. Has a slight chance of bouncing off the table, but I don't think so. I'm still in awe of that Donkey Kong. I mean, what the fuck was that? That Donkey Kong triple? That was the most ridiculous shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. I don't know what to say about that. That needs to be a compilation. I've never seen the AI do that. I've never seen them jump for a ball that's that far inside, a ground out by Fire Bro. I've never seen them jump for a ball that far inside. And I've also never seen them fucking miss like that. Just bizarre on all counts. Has a chance to single, and it is going to. Pink Yoshi, gotten on base every time. And now Daisy's tired. Peach coming in. Useless star pitch. Gonna just drain some stamina here. And that's gonna be a hit. And now you have a really, really high chance of getting back to Donkey Kong. Dixie not super prone to double plays. Watches the first pitch. You are always a little bit scared when it's not a high trajectory hitter. Watch the second one. And she's going to get on base as well. And now you have three. Oh my God, another error. I don't believe it. Gonna bring home Pink Yoshi without Donkey Kong even having to take a shot at it. It's mental mistakes right now for the Monarchs. They are beating themselves as much as the Wilds are beating them. That's gonna have the distance. I don't know if it has the speed. I think they're gonna get there. Should be a sac fly anyway. Though, not like that stopped Donkey Kong before this game. So yeah, gonna be a sac fly. And now once again, you have your consistent duo of Red Toad and Red Pianta. Red Pianta also with an outside shot to knock things in should he choose to try. Not going to on this one. Gonna get on base. If you're able to get over that, not gonna get over that. As we say, you get over that table, Dixie Kong gets to third and you have a runner in scoring position. Red Toad with a good hit as well can potentially bring Dixie Kong home. Probably not gonna be it. Oh wow, that is. Gets right between the gap. And then another error. An unbelievable amount of errors. I mean, this is the kind of game that starts a rivalry. This is unbelievable. The Monarchs are truly beating themselves. Have a chance to come back around the lineup again. A 4-run inning. It's never over on Daisy Cruiser. We've seen a bigger comeback, but it's not looking good. At the very least, it's only the 4th inning. The Wilds have not failed to score multiple points in a single inning up till this point. If you're the Monarchs, you need some luck. You need some stuff out of your bad hitters, and that's a start. Your bad hitters need to get on base right now. You need a Peach star hit or something. She's done it one time this year. which is honestly pretty fucking unlucky. But you need something. You need some sort of miracle. That's not it. That's a really good play by Red Peons, who's having a hell of a series right now. I don't know if Red Peons has ever not gotten on base. Peach with a charge. Gonna be a solid hit. Gets her on base. So this is something. Now you only really have to escape a Baby Peach, although there is always the outside shot that one of your good hitters misses, like with a charge. If you're able to get through Peach, you have a chance at getting a couple points in the bowl, what you need. So you're very lucky to get 2 strikes here. So he's gonna slap, almost certainly. Get the slap, not gonna be too high, gonna make it. A little bit close, closer than you want it to be. You survive Baby Peach here, you have a real shot of points, potentially even like 5 points. That's a really good hit. You're gonna survive the Baby Peach, and then the item could have taken someone home. In all likelihood, if Green Toad can just get on base, you bring at least 1 runner home, then you have the ever-consistent dry bones. Just get on base. That's the name of the game right now. You have a chance to make this a ball game again. Close. If that's fair, wow. That's gonna land! No base running errors. So now you're back up to Dry Bones. You have the chance to make this a 3-point game. Dry Bones needs to land a slap. That's all you need. If Dry Bones lands a slap, you have a grand slam opportunity with K-Rool if he can rise to the moment. And at the least, you've made this game a game again. Donkey Kong comes out. This is terrifying. Star pitches. You need to not swing at this. Doesn't swing at it. That's huge. Okay, now it's time to charge. He uses a star. Can we get the bobble? Not going to get the bobble. But at the very least, you shrink the deficit a little bit. It's not what you wanted. But Donkey Kong has been going absolutely sicko mode pitching this series. He has been unstoppable as a pitcher. Nearly perfect. You can't play that any better if you're Donkey Kong. What a series from him. And not even offensively. He's benefited from a lot of errors. But defensively, Donkey Kong has been ridiculous. Single-handedly probably stopping at least 5 runs to this point. Probably more. You need Fireball to continue to be cold if you're the Monarchs. You don't want to go into the 5th with any more points against you. Looks cold. Gonna get a slap. You're more than okay with that. Especially with the likelihood of a Pink Yoshi double play. Although today, that has not been the case. Pink Yoshi's been awesome. Watches the first pitch. You do not want to let Pink Yoshi get on base. Charges. Gets away with one. And gonna get on base, and now you're in danger again. You are really, really reliant on Pink Me doing something stupid, which is more than possible. She had 2 ground outs in the double plays last game. Getting lucky for the 2nd game in a row with the outfield, by the way. Peach does have chemistry out there. Charge, which is what you want, but it's going to be a double play anyways. Wow. Pink Me bails out the Monarch. And now it's time to get some runs on the board. Even if it's just 2 or 3, you just slowly claw back at this deficit. You can't expect to get it all back at once. You need to score and play good defense. Just focus on the current at-bat. Not what you really want to see, but at the same time, a single is not that different from a home run at this point with the amount of points you need. You need to be trying to launch them off the edges. You need a charge here. You get the charge. Not quite going to get on base. Looking for a bit of luck for this weak part of the lineup. Gonna get some here. Although it hits K-Rool, I don't think it's gonna matter. K-Rool, yeah, he's gonna be able to get back. He wouldn't have gotten to 3rd base anyway. The POW, overall inconsequential. A Daisy star hit would feed families here. You need something from Daisy. Daisy's been more or less worthless offensively so far this series. Not great on the pitching end either. That's a good hit, though. That should bring home K-Rool with any luck. It will bring home K-Rool. They use the POW, and that's going to bring home Orange Me as well. So all of a sudden, this deficit is manageable. It's not where you want to be, but it's manageable. You've gotten points out of the weak part of your lineup. That's all you can really ask for. If you're able to somehow steal a Peach star hit, you are back in business. Can't slap this. Watches it. She is charging. That's what you'd rather see. Watches that one as well. Your best odds are with the star hit. She doesn't do it often. And she strikes out. Not the worst outcome in the world, honestly. Now you're back up to Purple Toad. Easily gets on base. He's been absolutely excellent in this series. Potentially, I don't know if he's missed getting on base yet, which is incredible. Brings home another runner, and now it's a 4-point game. You see 4-point comebacks all the time. We saw one with the Monsters versus the Knights. We saw one last game. Rallying back against the monstrous DK pitching. And that is going to land. And now you seriously have some legs. You're cooking with gas now. You're through the best part of your lineup. You have 2 outs. Any mistake will end the rally. Any mistake will end the rally. But if you can keep tiptoeing on ice like this, there's some magic here, and that's going to bring a runner home potentially. That's dangerous. He's going to have time to turn around. He will. He's going to make it back. Toads don't have the arm to make it back. So he is going to survive, and now you just have to get through. And he is the hitter to get through, although Donkey Kong has in the past fucked him over in this game. You don't want to see him charge unless you're getting a star pitch. No star pitch. You want to see a slap. You get a charge. It's a good charge. That might have too much speed. It's going to be close. It's an out. Blue Bones just barely selling the bag here. Really, really close to getting back around to loaded bases with K-Rool. But for the second time, Donkey Kong able to get a stop before things truly become disastrous. You have 2 more innings to make a 4-run deficit. More than possible. You need to keep getting lucky with the bad parts of your lineup. And you need to stop missing with the good parts. You need to combine those 2 things. A quick out here is huge, limiting Donkey Kong to 1 point, an absolute maximum. See what he does. Watches the first pitch. Really scary there. They're going to survive it. Donkey Kong more than likely to slap. He pre-charges. He can't really afford a pre-charge here. That's going to be a base hit. Not the end of the world. Not going to be a double. It will be a double, actually. Is he going to make it? He will. Okay. Donkey Kong with a double. Okay, so Donkey Kong is a single, a double, and a triple. There's something in baseball called the cycle, which happens super rarely, where a player gets a single, a double, a triple, and a home run in the same game. I think it happens like once every 5 or 6 years or so. Donkey Kong has a real shot at that now with this double, which would be history in this league. We've never had someone hit the cycle before. We are 1 home run away from Donkey Kong doing it. For the Monarchs, you don't want to see that. I'll tell you that for free. Smart analytic play here by Red Toad going for the sack fly. I like that play. It guarantees you a point, makes the comeback that much harder, even though it's not a base hit. You guarantee points, which is all you can really ask for. Although K-Rool, he has nothing to say about that, might protest. Getting a charge here, that 1 point makes a big difference. It really does. And that's going to be the end of the inning. Almost overthrows it there. You need base hits out of this lineup. You need home runs and base hits. K-Rool needs to show his stuff this game. You need a home run here. Getting on base isn't really enough because he's not consistent enough of a base runner. Too many opportunities to ground out. You need points that can't be taken away. Not going to happen. Another good base hit, but that's not what you want right now. Not out of him. He's too slow. You are able to get rid of Donkey Kong here with a couple more hits. That's not what you want to see. That's a double play. And all of a sudden, the danger is back. Your best hope here is to churn through a couple more hitters and leave it up to the next inning. You want to get through the low dredge. You need to get at least through Peach to have a real shot. Not going to get there, though. So now going into the 7th inning, you have to get through Peach and Baby Peach, which they've done twice before. It's certainly not impossible. but it's getting more and more unlikely each inning. Oh, the bobble. It remains to be seen how much that's going to matter. But if Fireball home runs here, that is devastating. Almost impossible to come back from if that's what happens. Need some luck out of your broken outfield. I'm not going to get it. That's the fastest home run I've ever fucking seen. And that really feels like the nail in the coffin. You need a miracle to get out of this. Oh, boy. No outs as well. Solid chance to get back to your second best hitter in DK. Pink Yoshi gets out here. That's important. It's hard to say anything's big anymore. You really are relying on so much. But does Baby Peach have chem with a Peach? I don't actually know. Not sure. But that really did feel like the dagger to me. He does not. That's going to be close. I don't think it's going to have the sauce. I think you're going to be able to survive this Donkey Kong hit. Yeah, you are. Due to the bigger stadium. We got a 7-point hold makeup. We've seen it before. We have. It's not unheard of. But to do it in the playoffs against arguably the second best team, if not arguably the best team in the world, would be a miracle. And then to also survive defensively. You need everything you can get here. Daisy, it's time for you to show up. Not a good start. You can't afford outs like that. The Monarchs lose this game, I'll tell you what, they're going to have a chip on their shoulder next season. Watches 2 pitches. Now's the time to use the Star Speech. Not going to. The bomb's not going to get there. That's 2 quick outs. Now it went from a miracle to a prayer. This is a Hail Mary now. Purple Toad has been perfect on the series. He needs to keep that up with any chance. He's going to charge. And that doesn't look good to me. You maybe get some luck with the bobble, but I think that's going to be it. And that is the end of the Liquid Monarchs season. The Sam Wilds coming back from a 6-point deficit in the first game and then putting on a convincing victory at home in the second game to punch their ticket to the KSO first ever Season 1 Finals versus the Porch Monsters. What an unbelievable series. Your MVP is Pink Me. What the fuck? What? Why? Campbell puts up 110. Nothing too remarkable for anybody else besides Baby Peach. Bit of a bad ground critter game. And I guess you just hit every ball. Okay. Fair enough. We will see you guys in the final.